Going live because fuck it. 4 minutes early. I don't feel like waiting for another 4 minutes. Well, here we are again. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Luch farm refers to a metaphysical concept suggesting that human beings are livestock trapped in a system designed to harvest our emotional energy. Thank you, Library Cop. White Buffalo says I have not much soul to harvest left. I'm getting Luch farm since birth. True. 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 Yeah, that's the thing, man. What are they gonna do when you've harvested everything out of me? Now I'm just soulless. Don't feel nothing. Don't even care. Nothing left to harvest. It's all done. Maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the point. Maybe they're actually helping us. Maybe the Luch farmers are actually helping us. I don't feel anything. Yeah, that's the point. Congratulations. It's all good, baby. You don't even feel nothing anymore. You got no energy left. You got no soul. It's all good. The deal is done. That's what we came here to do. That's what you came here to do. Get farmed by us. What if they're actually just saviors in disguise? So now that we got a bit of people here, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the live stream does look different. And that's because I got a softbox. Softbox. The only kind of box I'm getting. Is box butthole or is it vag? What is box? What's box, chat? It's a slang for either butthole or vag. I don't even know because I get neither. But a softbox is a type of light, and it looks very professional. It's the professional lights. You know, it's big squares. It's behind, you know, it's like in a tent and it has like the sheet over it and looks like something you see on a movie set. However, here's the thing. I need your guys' input because we can go cold. I personally thought that the cold looked better. ChatGPT was telling me warm all day. ChatGPT is just, sometimes he really just doesn't know what's going on, but he has terrible opinions with certain things. So we can do cold like this. This is cold light. This is warm. Ew. But that's the brightest setting. That's the brightest setting. But if we go down, then it looks a little more cinematic. But I thought I look a little red here. I look a little orange. I look a little red. You guys are going to have to tell me what looks better here. Because we can go that. Or, so it's either this. I'm looking, this looks like what is it? Revenge of the Sith, bro. I feel like this is Revenge of the Sith. I don't know. I just got Revenge of the Sith vibes for some reason. But then we can go cold and then lower the I mean, I feel like this looks more normal, right? So what do we think? What do we think? Cold is better. Cold better. Yeah, I thought so. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Cold is better. 100%. Yeah, cold. Look more divine in the cold light. Wow. Shit. Divine. All right. Yeah. Because I got tired of the ring light because the ring light makes it look as if I'm a baby. Because it takes the point of the ring light is it takes away all the wrinkles in your face. And I wanted there to be, you know, some wrinkles because I'm a real person. You know, I got like some wrinkles. So the ring light just completely washes all wrinkles out of your face. So you just look like you don't even look real. So I was just kind of tired of that. This looks more real. So now that that's out of the way, that was probably the most important thing. Harvest my soul, Daddy. Jesus. Have you look sminged if you go have you look sminged if you go back and look at your old videos? That doesn't even make sense. Some of you need to work on English, man. Yeah, cool light is better. Yep. I know. I know. I know. ChatGPT was saying warm light. I was like, bro, I look fucking orange in this. What the hell's wrong with you? So we got that going. Um 2 days of retaining under your recommendation, Mr. Marshall. I haven't recommended that in a while. You must be watching old videos. I recommend you bust a nut right now. How about that? Not while looking at me, though. Marshall, I watched a lot of your great semen retention videos. They're not great, bro. They're all cringe. They're cringe. What's your current thoughts on it? I don't have any thoughts on it. Zero thoughts. I'm just, I don't know. I don't know. I try to do it, but then I fail and like I'll go for like a week and then I'll like look at some porn and just it is what it is. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? I swear, dude, I think I just prefer porn to real women. I think I do. I honestly just think I do. I don't know. Maybe I'm, ooh, maybe I'm a new like species of human or something, or then like the next evolution or something. But I don't know. You understand that women are like people, right? They're like other people. It's another person. That's difficult, man. They have like their emotions and like their preferences, their beliefs and their views and their values and like what they want to do and their ideas and their all this shit, their baggage, their trauma, their insecurity. It's like all this crap. It's pretty hard for me to envision like I don't know. If I was with a woman, it would have to be like she could never live with me. We'd have to be separated in where we live. I'd have to see her like, I don't know, a few days a week or something. Nothing crazy. Have some days where I just don't see her. Um, I don't know. It would move very slowly too. It would move slowly because I've seen that how chaotic things can be when you just have to like, you have to move very slowly with letting people in your life. And you have to like get to know them very slowly and like get to know more and more and more about them until you bring them into like a personal space. So, I mean, even letting them know where you live, man. What if they're crazy and they like show up, and they know where you live? And so, I don't know. I'm almost of two different, I don't know if any of you guys are like this, but I'm almost of two different minds. It's almost like I have a sexual identity and then I have a like just a personal identity. And I'm pretty sure that like sexual attraction, everything about sex, for me, it involves like a dehumanization of a woman. It involves like just objectification. It involves just like I have to see a woman as just a sex object for me to think of her sexually or like anything like that. So obviously porn like helps with that, right? Because they're sluts, like they're sex workers, right? And so I'm in my mind, I'm like, okay, they, I guess I objectify them in a way. I mean, they objectify themselves, but it's on both ends. So I have that part of me, and then it's almost like in real life, when there are real women in my life. Um, I don't know. It's almost like I'm not really sexually attracted to them because they're obviously human beings, right? They're like, you know, they're just more human, right? They're not sluts. They're not just like getting passed around. They're not like crazy wanting sex and stuff. Like they're human beings. Like they're stressed out, they're thinking about work. You know, they're just so it's like I don't really and they have personalities and yeah, I guess I don't know. I've like separated the two, which is weird. Wonder if there are other people like that that have done that. Those two identities don't get along. What do you mean? Yeah, I don't seem to be able to see like real flesh and blood women as like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's strange. It's hard for me to think of them sexually, maybe. It's weird. Library cop says, "Oh my God, just clocking in, had car trouble, boss. It's all good. It's all good. Don't let it happen again, though." Yeah, I need a Blade Runner 2049 Anna de Armas hologram girlfriend. Yeah. I need the USB stick girlfriend. Yeah, something strange is happening, man. With not just me, but with just the way that humanity is headed. I'm sure this is going to get very weird. Um, yeah. It's like I kind of have a general idea of what I kind of envision, but it's hard to articulate it. Raymond needs a helping hand, Marshall. Have you checked in on your friend and colleague? I have not. I mean, I know that his channel is suspended or something on YouTube. Anything other than that? Is he doing all right? I assume he's still making money streaming over on Kick. De Armas is gorgeous. Why do people keep asking me this? Please, God, take Raymond out to talk to women in public. Bro, we do not live even remotely in the same place. It's not even possible. Ryan Hines, thank you for the $1 Canadian. Appreciate it, dog. Starting us off. We'll pay you money to take Raymond out to pick up chicks. Bro, I can't even pick up chicks. What the fuck are you talking about? You're acting like I'm like this is Ryan Gosling and Steve Carell in Crazy Stupid Love. Like, bro. Raymond would probably help me out because Raymond's a talker. You know what I mean? I'm not a talker. You know, so Raymond would probably get the conversation going. He would probably be doing all the heavy lifting. Honestly, I'd probably just use Raymond to get some conversation going with some women. Poor Raymond. Why is everyone so concerned with this Raymond guy? Is he an adult? I don't know. We're just all concerned about Raymond. I don't know. The whole world's concerned about Raymond. He's taking over. He's taking over everything, bro. Pretty soon, every video on YouTube is just going to be about Raymond. The whole world is going to work collectively, 8 billion people, to get this man laid. So, before we get started here, I mean, it's like we're gonna start anything, but when a fire starts to burn, wasn't that like a song? Um, so you guys probably don't know, but the Montreal Canadiens are playing the Buffalo Sabres in Game 7 of the playoffs. It's the Eastern Conference semifinals. It's Game 7, so it's the final game of the series. Whoever wins this wins the series, and they advance to the Eastern Finals. My boy, my degenerate best friend, he is like a super diehard Sabres fan. Like, loves the Sabres. He loves every Buffalo team, which is just two, the Sabres and the Bills. People from Buffalo, you may not know if you're not from Buffalo, but like The sabers and the bills are like everything to them. He said it multiple times. In fact, the whole city is kind of in agreement that if either team were to win it all, either the Bills win the Super Bowl or the Sabres win the Stanley Cup, the entire city will burn to the ground and everyone will commit mass suicide. And that will be the end of Buffalo as we know it. So we need the Sabres to win tonight. And because if they lose, like this dude's, I mean, it's probably over a 50% chance that he kills himself. Okay, I'm 100% not being dead at, or I'm not front. Okay. So I need everybody in the chat to say go Sabres. And if you don't say go Sabres, I'm gonna ban you. Go Wild? What the hell? Don't fuck with me. Thank you, Library Cop. Thank you. She said fine, though. She wasn't happy about it, but I appreciate it. Thanks, James. Thanks, honey. Ala, I don't see yours yet. Ala, go Sabres. That's what I need from you. And Isaiah, obviously. Ala says go lightsabers. Okay. I guess that will have to do. Isaiah says, you're way more talented than me, Marshall. I can't get a single viewer streaming all day. Well, you know, it might have to have something to do with the fact that I've been doing this a lot longer than you. I'm also older than you. Also have a lot more life experience than you. You also are doing it on, you're streaming on a webcam of a laptop in your car. You know, in the dark, oftentimes. That might have something to do with it. What the fuck? I'm not okay with this. My headphones keep cutting out. Okay. How am I doing today? I'm actually doing pretty well. Obviously, the softbox came in. I feel like I'm looking through the gates of heaven right now. Place that I'll never get to go through. I can see it. I played tennis today with the gay Asian praying mantis. And it was, I don't know if it's hot where you guys are at, but there's a heat wave here in the DC area. It's about 94 today. It's about 90 out there. On the court, it's probably hotter because of the surface. So it was probably 95 out there when we were playing, maybe 100. Felt like 100. So we played for about 2.5 hours, and I played the way that I said I was going to play. I was going to play super aggressively and just try to win points outright and play the way that's fun for me. So I couldn't betray myself again and try to push the pusher. So I played the way that I wanted to play and was super aggressive and I lost the first 2 sets. I lost the first set 6-love. So he bageled me. And then the second one I lost 6-3. The third one, though, that's when things were starting to change, because I started to remember that I need to, like, bend my knees. I started just working on my form, basically. Once I started working on my form, man, I was slinging that shit. And I had some top spin on my forehand. It was, I was up like 3-love, and then he came back, made it like 5-3. And so he was about to win. And then I won and made it, I think it was at 6, we were at 6-5. Still on serve. It's not like I broke him or anything, but I was up 6 games to 5. And for those of you who don't watch tennis, you don't know the scores. I'm sorry. This means nothing to you, but I was up 6-5. But the way that I was just killing him with like everything. I was hitting winners like outright. I was feeling it. Like I was in a groove. And I think he knew I was about to win the first set ever that I've ever won against him in like 12 sets that we've played. I was about to win this fucking set, bro. Even though it was on his serve, like we're still on serve, so like nobody's broken it. Well, we've broken each other, but currently the game is on, or the set is on serve. So he knew, oh shit. And then he starts to claim that he's cramping. He's like, oh dude, I think I'm cramping. It's like this heat, man. It's just getting to me. At 6-5. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, we can stop if you want. And he was like, yeah, we can stop. He didn't want to lose. I said that too. I was like, don't want to lose, don't want to have a losing set on your record, you know? Of course, I was saying it in jest, but not really. I was kind of I was serious. But I was not upset today. I was not mad. The one set I was about to win, he stopped it short and claiming that the heat got to him and he's having cramps, so that he probably doesn't lose. That's probably what he's thinking. And then the other 2 sets I lost, right? But I was fine. I was chilling. The reason that I was chilling, the reason why I was in such a good mood is because I was having fun out there and I was getting better and I was playing the way that I wanted to play. And I was learning how to, like, in real time, I was like getting better as the session went on. And I figured some shit out today. Like something clicked today where I was like, oh shit, okay, now I got it. Like I took a step up today. And so I think from here on out, I think things are gonna be a lot more competitive. The crazy thing is, the way that he's beaten me, like the score lines that he's beaten me at, like 6-love, he's beaten me 6-love like a ton of times. It's like I don't even win a game in the set. If you're hitting with a tennis partner and you're beating them like 6-love, usually it means that there is a competitive like disparity. You guys are not on the same level, and oftentimes those tennis partners don't really hit with each other that much. Like they usually stop hitting with each other when you have such a lopsided, you know, because I've never won a set against him, right? And in fact, no set has ever really been competitive. And so when you have that lopsided of a dynamic between 2 players, oftentimes they shouldn't really be playing consistently, because one of the players is like obviously better and they probably want more competitive people to play against because it's too easy to play against this person, right? But what's interesting is that he continues to play against me, and the reason why is that He's actually not better than me. I just beat myself. And he knows that he knows that's the case. These tennis sessions have to look absolutely ridiculous from the outsider's point of view, because if you were to look at this tennis match from afar, just from like 100 yards away or 50 yards away, you would see that there's this guy like hitting super fast shots and like putting direction on them and spin, and they're like really good. And then you'd see this the other guy at the other side of the court just running for his life back and forth, just lobbing it up into the air. That's literally what it is. It's just barely getting the ball back, barely getting the ball back in the air, barely getting the ball back in the air. And then you would see the other guy on the other side of the court just fucking hit it into the net or like hit it out. And then the guy who was just like barely getting it over, he's like, yeah, I won, you know, he wins the point. And you would just see that over and over and over again. You would see that clearly the reason why that dude is winning, who looks like he fucking sucks and is constantly just like running for his life and just barely getting the ball back, is because of my errors, you know, my errors. That's all it is. So, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because eventually, like today, I'm going to hit a point where I stop making errors. And when I stop making errors, I'm absolutely brutalize this dude. And then that will probably be the end of us playing tennis together. I can almost bet you. Here's the crazy thing. As long as he's winning, we will always play tennis together. I can bet you that. As soon as I start winning and I start winning handily, he won't play tennis with me anymore. I can assure you that. Just is what it is. So this guy might be a reptile. Me or the other guy? The other guy for sure. I can only handle Marshall in doses. Yeah. Dude, somebody commented on my previous live stream and said that, I don't know if you guys watched it, but I was going over a time where I was playing doubles tennis with my buddy and we had lost. And, you know, I know my friend, I know him very well, and I've visited down there in Richmond like many, many times. And, you know, with anybody, right? Anybody who's in close relationships with anybody, right? If you have like a significant other or you have like really close friends, you start to notice like things about them that you don't like, obviously, right? Okay, me and my buddy, it's just the same thing. There are things about him that get on my nerves. I'm sure there are things about me that get on his nerves, right? And just because we lost at this tennis match and because I took it so hard and like I was in such a mood, I ended up, because of those emotions, I ended up telling him that you know, his particularness gets to me. And there was someone who commented and was like, yo, the fact that I don't talk when I'm mad is toxic, apparently. I'm toxic, right? If I lose at tennis and I'm upset that I lost, and then I just don't want to talk for a bit, apparently that's toxic. And then what I said to my friend is also toxic. So apparently you're not supposed, I don't know. I mean, it's possible. Look, it's possible. It's possible that I'm just a toxic person. I mean, I don't know. What do you want from me? Do you guys think I'm a toxic person? Non-toxic, but hedonist? You think I'm a hedonist? What? That doesn't even make sense. Do you know what a hedonist is? I'm like probably one of the furthest things from a hedonist. You're not toxic, but a sense of humor is needed to understand you. I like that answer. I like that. You're just a Marshallito? Wolf White makes me laugh. If you had a tennis match with Federer, who would win and what tactics would you use? I mean, Federer would absolutely kill me. I probably wouldn't even win a point. I can almost assure you I would not win a point versus Federer. And he's retired. He's like 5-6 years retired. I think he's like 40. He's like 40 something. He would wax me. Absolutely wax me. I wouldn't win a single point. If I won any point, it would be because he hit it into the net or he hit it out or something like that. So the tactics doesn't even factor into it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what my tactics are, you know. He could be 80 and he'd smoke you. Yeah, true. 100%. 100%. If Federer was 80 years old, he would absolutely kill me. But yeah, sometimes I do feel toxic though. I don't know, it's so hard to know if you're toxic because you know, if other people don't like your behavior, it just means that they don't like your behavior. It doesn't mean that your behavior is objectively wrong. You know what I mean? Like, that's why it's always difficult. That's why it's always tough to know. You know, if I'm being toxic or if I'm just faulty in some way or I'm not worthy of a lot of times, you know, I don't know. Just like, I don't know, there seems to be some people where it's just like they have no they give you no space. They give people no space for like being human, you know? Like not like having like not always being in control of your emotions, not always saying nice things all the time. Sometimes saying honest things but are that could be hurtful to another person. And it's just like sometimes I don't really think it's I think the sometimes I think the real issue is the sensitivity of everyone. Like everyone's so sensitive, you know? Short circuit since $10. He says at the end of the day, does it matter if you are toxic or not? The same joke that lands is the same joke that makes a person call you toxic. If we had to give a fuck about who's toxic, nothing would ever happen. That's true. Well said. Well said, short circuit. I don't even know who you are. I've never seen you before. Well said. But then if we all just stop caring whether we're toxic or not, where does that leave us? Do we all just develop like super thick skin? Maybe that's the way. If we all just stop caring whether we're toxic or not and just act however the fuck we want. I don't know. I feel like people need tougher skin, thicker skin, man. Some people try to hide their rudeness behind honesty. I like honesty, but it's nice to add a little bit of sugar. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think there's like an energy sort of quality, like there's a energy signature, you know, to things that you say that are offensive. Or there are certain people that can be honest and get away with a lot more honesty and get away with things that are hurtful because they say it in such a way that you understand that it's not coming from a place of malice. They're not saying it from a place of like, I genuinely want to hurt you. Like I hate you, or I have contempt for you, or resentment for you, or I'm angry at you, or I'm jealous at you. You understand that like their words, when they say it, there's something in human beings that recognizes that they're saying things just from a place of, I just want to be honest with you. It's not like, and it kind of comes with like, but I still like you. I still like love you. I still care for you. I don't think bad things about you, but I'm going to say this. You know what I mean? That's different. There's tons of people like this that can get away with that. Britney Spears sang about this? Uh-huh. Hey Marshall, have you tried looking into learning new hobbies or skills, e.g., learning an instrument, gaming, trades? Yeah, I've actually been playing the piano. I played the shit out of the piano yesterday and the day before, I think. I'm getting good at this piano, dog. Watch out. Y'all need to watch out. Yeah, I've been playing a piano. I've been playing tennis. Fuck you want from me? I love tennis. I have to say, I really do love tennis. I love tennis, man. Love it. I love tennis. I love playing it. I love watching it. It's just the best. It's the best. Maybe I'll get a job in tennis somehow. Be like a tennis coach or something. I could probably be a tennis coach. I think I could be a pretty good coach. How do you look so good at 33? I thought depression aged people. It's funny. Well, the lighting definitely helps. This is some pretty this is some studio lighting here. See if you can see the wrinkles if I like get closer. See? As you guys know, I have bags under my eyes. I don't know. This lighting still does kind of washes away some of the age. Zaya wants to take up tennis lessons with me. I got you, dog. You got to earn some wins before becoming a coach, buddy. Well, yeah, I mean, I have to be able to beat this dude. Sure. Are we supposed to be ancient in our 30s? Yeah, great point. I mean, at 33, you're still supposed to look young. I mean, 33 is pretty young. Not supposed to look old. Also, like, I take care of myself. Well, I take care of myself in the sense, like, well, for a lot of my life, I never went in the sun. I still don't really. Only when I play tennis. Yeah, so I stayed out of the sun for most of my life. And I also have been I've been vegan since I was 23, something like that. 22. I also rarely drink alcohol. I mean, never now. Unless like I go down and I visit my buddy or something, or I go out and I see a friend like I did like a month ago or something. But yeah, I don't smoke. I don't drink. My diet's not like perfect, but it's okay. Yeah, the 4 lines in my forehead from thinking, yeah. He looks young as he's not attached to women. Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. The fact that I have no women in my life. That'll keep me young. Well, I don't stress a lot, you know what I mean? I keep my life extremely low stress compared to a lot of people. You know, people that have like kids and they have crazy significant others and they have a job and a boss and coworkers and social groups and this and that, and the kids are doing this and they're that, and they have a dog and a cat, and they have all this crap, all this nonsense that they're just like, their attention is constantly just being diverted to. I mean, that'll stress a person out, you know what I mean? I don't have any of that. Short Circuit sends the $5. He says, there's a cute girl at my local Aldi. I want to talk to her, but I don't want to annoy her at work. What's the play? Oh my God. You're asking the wrong dude. You have stumbled into the wrong chat. Short Circuit. Let's see. What advice should I give you? What would I do? Cute girl at my local Aldi. I want to talk to her, but I didn't want to annoy her at work. What's the play? Well, obviously go there. You check out with her, right? So just strike up a conversation when you're buying things, right? A haul. Preferably get a large haul, right? So you have plenty of time to talk to her. So literally eat everything in your crib, drain the cupboards, drain the refrigerator. You don't have to do that to do it, and then go to the Aldi, make sure that she's working that day. I'm sure you know her schedule at this point. Make sure she's working that day, and then go and buy a huge haul, go through her line, and then just strike up a conversation. Just talk to her. Also, don't try to like get her number like immediately. Maybe just have a conversation with her. Don't be outcome independent, right? I find that helps. Don't be trying to do anything. Just talk, right? Just talk. Get to know her. Names, stuff like that. And then, I mean, if you find a good spot to like, an organic way seamless, natural way to ask for a number or something like that, then do it. But if not, no worries. And then just go back like the next week or the next, whatever, and then just do it again. Well, yeah. So ideally, large grocery haul, so you have plenty of time to talk to her. And obviously, you don't want to show up like just when you have nothing to buy. Like that would be annoying her at work because she'd be like you're just here, like you're not buying anything. You know what I mean? You need to be buying things. So. She's not fucking checking me out, brother. What do you mean? No, I mean like, do you know what I mean? Check you out, like your groceries, like the boop, boop, boop. What do you mean? Isn't that like the best way to do it? Unless does she stock shelves or something? Is she not a cashier? Oh, she's not doing register? What does she do? She's a shelf person. Oh my God. I mean, if she's a shelf person, I mean, forget her, bro. She's a peasant. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, obviously. Yeah, that's tough. Fuck. You got to be shopping still, obviously. Ask her where something is. There you go. That's your in. Hey, where's this? That's your in. I got you, son. Wait until her working day ends? No. No. Don't listen to Allah. Listen to me. Real, I can take that, yeah. You need to just be shopping and then just say, hey, where's this? And then just get a conversation going. There you go. Easy. Ignore her and she'll simp over you. Don't ignore her. Don't ignore her. Trust me, I've been ignoring women my entire life. It doesn't do anything. Say, hey, baby, what's good? Hey, baby, what's good? Yeah, don't listen to Alice. She has romantic Disney syndrome. Yeah. Don't listen to Alice. Alice trying to. You wouldn't ask a fish how to catch a fish. You know what I mean? Isn't it crazy how manipulative women are? I mean, are you new? It's not crazy to me no more. I'm just used to it, dog. It just is what it is. When women love being ignored, it's a turn on. I mean, bro. If that were the case, the dudes that just never spoke to women ever would get them. Never. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Plus, there's the whole looks maxing thing. You can look like Michael Cera and you can ignore women your entire life. It's not going to do jack shit. You look like fucking Ryan Gosling. You can strike up a conversation with a woman and she'll be fucking dancing. You know what I mean? Library Cop, you should be a comedian. I tell you what, you want to be a stand-up comedian. Library Cop says, tell her to get out of the frozen food section because she'll melt all the stuff. That's good. That's a good line. Good line. Alice says, I'm also not listening to Allah. That's good. Honey Rom still hasn't emailed me back. Honey, I'm waiting. Honey. Honey Rom. Did I say something wrong? My last email was kind of long. I kind of went into, I kind of, I guess my first email was short. And then the second one was kind of long. Kind of went more in depth, you know what I mean? So, but. It's possible that Honey's just ghosting me. Maybe she just wanted to, maybe she, you know, just wants to do a virtual ghost. Honey is processing. It's the weird thing about email. It's like, if you guys, email is not text, and it's also not a phone call. Email is more like a letter. You can take a long time to think about what you're going to write in an email. And usually emails are long. So it's just an interesting form of communication. I don't know. Kane Lowry sends the $5 Australian. Says, hope you're doing well, Marshall. Positive vibes from Australia. Thank you. Thank you, Kane Lowry. Appreciate it, man. Australia. I don't know if I have the Australian accent down right now. What's it like down there? Down under. I hear you guys are having a oil shortage. Is that right? It starts to slip into a British accent and then I start to lose it. All the lights on down there in Australia? Everything good? You guys got diesel? Nobody's, like, entire cities aren't dying? Isaiah, enough with the glaze, bro. Enough with the glaze. Don't glaze me, bro. Why you never tried to fix your meat, Marshall? As you said, it's been hurting you for over a decade. It's worth every penny to fix it. What do you mean? You talking about my dick? Are you talking about my dick in the chat? What do you mean? What do you mean fix it? It is fixed. I think. I think it's pretty much fixed. He is here, yeah. You don't see him? I gotta see a doctor to help me out with ED? No, I'm pretty sure I'm good, bro. I figured out what it is. I'm just attracted to digital women. Real women don't do it for me. Honestly, I think that's where probably a lot of us are headed. You think I'm fucking around right now. You think I'm being hyperbolic. I'm not. I'm being like legitimately dead serious. I think a lot of us are just going to be into digital women. Marshall, have you nutted recently? Yeah. Yesterday. Are you still doing semen retention? I am. Have you lost hope in dating? Never really had it. Never really had it. Do you believe in fate? Yes. I was gonna say no. So then you could ask me, why not? And then I could say, because I don't like the idea that I'm not in control of my life. And then you could say, I know exactly what you mean. Marshall, you skipped my super chat and it relates to that. Oh, shit. My bad. Fuck. My bad, value. Oh, I did. Value New 21 cents the $5. Thanks for reminding me, Value New. My bad. Genuine question. What would your ideal woman be like in terms of attributes, looks, etc.? And what would the ideal relationship day to day look like? Whew. Well, ideally, the ideal woman, I mean, she'd probably have C cup tits, has some pretty good tits. She would probably either be like white and she'd have like fair skin with dark hair, maybe some blue eyes or some green eyes. Or she'd be Latina. Either or is fine. She would have a pretty good ass. It doesn't have to be fat. It's like not crazy fat, but just like good ass. Not like super skinny. I don't like super skinny women, you know. She don't have to look like a model for me, but she's got, a little chub is okay for me, honestly. Just a little bit though. We're not getting crazy. She can be tall. I'm not really into like super short women. She'd probably have to be anywhere from she can be 5'5" to 6'1". I don't think she could be taller than me though. I dated a chick temporarily in college when I was down at Ferrum for a semester, and she played volleyball. And she was basically as tall as me, and I was like, sometimes I felt a little weird. I also went down on her one night. This is the thing that I couldn't really wrap my head around this, but I went down on her one night and I'm pretty sure, so like dorm rooms in college, it's two people to a room. I'm pretty sure her friend was in the bed, like over on the other wall. But her like face was turned and like we thought she was asleep. She probably wasn't. which makes it even more painful. But she had spandex on. She had short spandex on, like the spandex you wear for volleyball. And I want to say that she had just gotten out of practice. Or she must have, because I went down on her and at least I attempted to. I pulled her spandex up and I almost passed out. I almost passed out, dude, because of the smell. And I had to play it off, right? So I couldn't just be like, oh shit, like fuck no, like I ain't doing that. What the fuck, you know? Like that shit smells like ass, or like it's more like fish. It's just, obviously it's just rotten fish. You know what I mean? And I played it off in some way. Like I smelled it, and I was just like, I think I was like, no, like not yet. Like I said some cringe shit like, nah, like not yet. Like maybe I had blamed it on the roommate. Like, oh no, not with her here or something. Or I found some way to play it off. But yeah, after that, like I had a hard time. I'm gonna be honest, I had a hard time being attracted to her because that was tough. That was tough because it was not only is it just like that smells bad, but it's how do you not know that it smells like that? If you don't know that that's a problem, like it smells down there, then that's a problem, right? So that's weird. So there's something there. But if you do know that it smells like that, and you didn't shower before you invited me over, knowing that likely we'd do some sexual stuff, like that's borderline psychopath. Like that's some sociopath type shit. Why would you subject me to that? I was kind of mad at her. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you should have at least said like, no, I haven't showered, like it doesn't smell good. Then everything would be fine. And then if I would have like lifted up the span and I get okay, I would be like, yeah, you're right. But the fact that she just didn't even say anything, and she wanted me to do it. Like she wanted me to like, because I was like, no, not yet. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, you must just have no idea what it smells like down there. Like that's wild. So you're supposed to just lick it clean, bro? I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I just don't have that in me. I'm not Alice says I will vomit soon. Yeah. Yeah. Those bigger girls, those volleyball girls, you gotta watch out for that, man. That shit can be rough. But yeah, the ideal woman. And then you had asked, Valiant, you'd asked what would the ideal relationship day to day look like? I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough question. She wouldn't be living with me, that's for sure. I wouldn't let her live with me. I'd have to get to know her like extremely well before I ever let her live with me. Like it would probably take years. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably introduce her to tennis. I'd have her play tennis with me. I'd like teach her tennis because you have to be able to play tennis, you know. Um, what else? I don't know what kind of woman she'd be, you know. She'd be intellectual. She'd be funny. She'd just be like adoring, you know. She's just kind of like stupid. She's just like a stupid, but she like loves me to death, you know what I mean? Sometimes I think I couldn't do that. You gotta be somewhat intellectual. I have to be able to have like decent conversation with you, but I don't know. We'd probably like chill, go out, go out every now and again. Just do the regular stuff. I don't know. That's a tough one, man. I just don't. That's a tough question to answer. But good question though. Thank you, Valiant you. Isaiah Parsons the $5 says, "Wait, you dated a girl, Marshall? How can I do that? Calm, peaceful." Isaiah, what do you mean? How can you date a woman? I don't know. Find one. First, you have to find one. You got to find, I don't know. For you, since you live in a car, you probably have to find women that are also homeless. Because not many women who like, you know, have apartments and like, or even live in a proper place, like they're not really gonna be into dudes that live in their car. So you'd probably have to look for women that also like live in their car, that like live in a tent or something like that. So thank you for the other $2 and the $2. Sending money does not mean you will find a woman, no. Never explain yourself to women since the €5 says V1 was a good answer to Value's question. In fact, I think it was perfect one about what women should be. This dude will never, he will just never get over that video. Dude, you gotta be trolling me at this point. I can't even remember what was in that video, bro. How do you even remember? How do you even remember enough? Do you have like a photographic memory or something? How do you even remember enough to know that it was a perfect answer to his question? I remember like 1% of that video. Isaiah sends the $2. He says there's very few homeless in Maine. Well, I don't know. Can't help you out, buddy. You gotta use your brain. Problem solve, Isaiah. Problem solve. Alice says, Isaiah, firstly explain to us how you take a shower and where, and what is the house in your last video stream. Yeah, Isaiah. Classy Dog says, dude, I wish you will be successful. I mean, famous one day, like a fully fledged YouTuber with deals and products because you're in a unique spot with this shit. Thank you. Thank you. It's very kind. My body count isn't 2. My body count is 7, I believe. Let's see. 1, 2. Is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5, I think. I think it's 5. 5, yeah. Isaiah, since the $5 says, yeah, I decided when I was about 14, my chances with women were done. Showers and houses ain't matter, bro. I've done all that my whole life. Generic advice. All right. All right, bro. Don't ask me. Don't ask me then. Ask for advice. Gets mad at the advice. Well, maybe he's not mad, but doesn't like the advice. What is body count? Aloe, what do you mean? Body count? How many people you've slept with? Do you not know that? Let's be trolling. Is there a makeout count too? It's higher. It's higher, but I don't have the count. Isaiah is just a homeless Klingon. How did get a voice on Marshall's channel? I don't know, because he sends super chats all the time. Marshall, what's making you ignoring all these checks in the chat? You mean chicks? The main reason I ignore chicks in the chat is because, well, you know, I don't really know them. I don't think that there could be a chance of me knowing them really. A lot of them live in completely different places in the world, and it's just unlikely that anything would happen. Marshall, be honest. If Isaiah wasn't paying your rent, would not have blocked him already? Well, the thing is, I mean, I probably wouldn't even I probably wouldn't read much of what Isaiah says if he's not sending the super chats. So I would have no reason to block him because I'm just not reading anything that he's saying. I think it's honestly more likely that I block him because of all these super chats that I'm reading. But I still won't block him though. I won't block you, Isaiah, but There's no upside to talking with chicks in chat. Well, it's just like, I mean, I don't know yeah, it's just, there's no way to, unless you live in my area and you can prove that, you can also prove you're a woman, you know, that's like, those are the first steps. And then you have to like be interesting, you have to be attractive. Um, you know, so. Marshall, you've been looks maxing? No, I haven't. Are black women ruled out? For the most part, here's the thing. Black women to me are, unless you are light skinned, I'm usually not attracted to you. Um, and it's not even because of their attitude or all the other things about them that stereotypically or generally apply to a majority of them. It's just that the color, I'm just not really attracted to black bodies. I don't know. Like when I look at porn, like I never look at black women unless they are light skinned. You know, that's to be light skinned. Um, Although there was a funny enough, when I was helping my former job, my former boss out, and driving the last Thursday and Friday, I was driving in DC and I saw, which I mean never happens ever. I saw a black chick walking on the side of the street who I thought was actually very beautiful, and that's very rare. Very rare. And she was black. Like she wasn't light skinned. She was black. She wasn't purple, but she was black. You know what I mean? And I thought, wow, she was attractive. That's rare. So I'm not ruling it out. Not ruling it out, but Isaiah sends the $2, says, what if I'm a black chick? Thank you, Isaiah. Would you get hair transplants if you were majority balding? No. Or majorly balding? No. No, I wouldn't. I'd probably just shave my hair. I'd just go bald. You don't like big black butt porn? No, I don't. Dude, you know what I was noticing? I was talking to my buddy. I was telling him this. I was noticing the other day when I was driving is how many people are just unattractive, you know? Like if you really like the next time you're driving in a city, I think maybe it was because I was in the DC sort of business district. You know, so like everybody's working, like all the women are in pantsuits, they all work for the government, all this stuff. That probably doesn't help. But man, it's like 7 out of 10 people are just, I wouldn't consider them attractive. You know, they're just kind of either fat or they're ugly, or at least before you get to know them, right? As you get to know them and their personality and all the stuff, and obviously they can become a lot more attractive, but just from first face value, there's a lot of people that are unattractive. It's kind of crazy. It makes me, I don't know, I just kind of, sometimes I see people and I'm just like, I just feel bad for them, you know? Because it's just like, you have to look like that, like your entire, like you've looked like that your entire life. It's got to be hard, you know? Like genuinely, it's got to be hard. I'm not even saying this like, I'm not even fucking around. In Maine, most people are attractive. I don't know about that. Dude, never explain yourself. You have to tell me, like, what is your thing with this video? Like, you literally, it seems like it's actually derailing your life. Like, you see, it seems like you, like, are your walls in your apartment just, or house or wherever you live, are they just covered with never explain yourself to women version one? Like, I honestly worry about your mental health. I feel like this thing could be like something where you're just like, you know, you're in a like a chair just like rocking yourself looking out a window in some sort of institution, and you're just like, never explain yourself to women version one, 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 never explain yourself to women version one. You know what I mean? Like, bro, it's actually crazy because like it's gone, and I don't understand. It wasn't even that good of a, like, it's just nuts. Some of the things that people like, or explain yourself says that sends the €2. Says, my friend, you were in some trance and you forgot it. Okay, which video is this, Library Cup? It's a video that doesn't exist anymore. I even deleted it like off of my, in my trash. And this was like months ago. Months ago. And the dude is obsessed with a video that doesn't exist. And then some dude who is probably trolling in the last live stream, he said, I have the video, I downloaded it. And like ever since then, like Never Explain Yourself's been losing, like losing it, trying to find this dude. Isaiah sending the $2 says, wait, sending money won't get me laid. Thank you, Isaiah. Phantom Dash is trolling. People are just trolls. It's terrible. I know you're not losing it and never explain yourself, but you're like, bro, you gotta let it go, man. If you need the video, Marshall, I'll send it to you. Marshall, do you think Isaiah's on drugs or just retarded? I don't think Isaiah is retarded, but I do think that there's something going on. There's something going on. He's either on drugs or he's a Buddha. So. Or his previous drug use destroyed his brain so thoroughly that we have this left over. I can't wait for the Sabres game. It's going to be good. I really hope they win. Because if they don't, I'm never going to hear from him probably ever again. He probably won't talk to me for like 2 weeks. Isaiah sends a $2, says, I need the sweet walls. My brain is healthy. Thank you, Isaiah. Them sugar walls? I'm trying to go deep inside. Man, those Hodge Twins videos back in the day were like, man, we should probably watch one, man. Those are iconic, bro. Hodge Twin videos were like iconic, bro. Oh, whoops. Whoops. Unprofessional. Hodge Twins. And they're in like the chairs and shit. Wouldn't they like work out? They didn't delete them. Yeah, this shit. Dude, if you guys don't know who the Hodge Twins are, bruh. Isaiah sends a $2, says, I wrote a song about it last night. It's a sad one. Sends another $2, says, the song's even sadder because no one will listen. Thank you, Isaiah. Thank you, Never Explain Yourself. Yeah, I don't remember it. It's crazy that it had such an effect on you. Dude, this shit is iconic, bro.
Fuck off me. Hey, man. Yeah, you, man. You trying to make some gains, muscle gains. Yeah, that's good, man. That's real good. You just found one of the best bodybuilding channels on.
Shut up!
Oh! Ah! Fuck out the way.
What's up, everybody? Get deep. Deep. Deeper.
Deep, deep. Oh. Yeah, rock it. Yeah, take it easy. We outside on the porch, on the swing. Falling asleep on the swing. Yeah, Dave, we was right after church, man. Had some fried chicken and some collard greens. Yeah, life's good. Man, who was that, man? Who was that coming up in the driveway, man? Who was that? Man, get crazy on him, man! Come out of the bush and stab him! You got him, man. You got him. Look at that! Look at the shoulders. Look at the chest. Look at the separation. Look at the traps. Them cobra traps, man. Yeah. Them gains right there, man. Them gains. Look at them mountain peaks. Look here. Look at the gains. All right, got an email.
Dude. Oh my God. I used to watch these two every day. I watched these two every day, bro, when I was in like high school. Man, when I was a senior in high school, senior in high school, few years after post high school, man, college, like I was lifting a ton. Like I was huge into bodybuilding, powerlifting, and I would just watch the Hodge Twins like just constantly. They're fucking hilarious. Wonder if there's like a best of the Hodge Twins or something.
Yeah, my muscles don't ache anymore. Hi, Hodge Twins. I've been going to the gym for about 2.5 months now. Doing 3 days a week. That's fucking lame, dude. We did that for like 3 years. What you talking about? He said 3 days a week, man. Yeah. He's 4 days off. Kind of fucking workout you doing, man? Some jumping jacks? Well, we did that for a while. I think I've made some gains. We did that for a while. It's good to start off with. He gets started. Keith, I think I've made some gains. Look, when I first started lifting weights, it took me about, he just started. When I first started lifting weights, it took me about 1.5 weeks to fully recover. What? Took him a week and a half to fully recover. I guess no more soreness. And then eventually went down to a few days.
Yeah, they're real twins.
Common. You hadn't been training. Recently, I've noticed that
Keith
the next
and
day
Kevin,
after
yeah.
workout, my muscles have pretty much zero aches and pains, only barely noticeable. I'm worried that this means
Hodge Twins was funny back then. Now they're outdated. No. Hodge Twins, this Hodge Twins, like OG Hodge Twins, will always be funny. Maybe now they're not funny, but
I'm not turning any muscle fibers or more. Turn? You don't want to turn a bitch. I'm worried that you turn some shit. You need surgery to recover. I'm worried that this means I'm not turning any muscle fibers anymore to build some more muscle. When I do work out, I lift weights until my arms have no strength left, so I can't really train any harder to make them ache again. Man. I was wondering if this is a good or bad thing. Hope you reply. Keep up the good video, guys. They're really helpful and entertaining to watch. Man, I'm confused. You're only training 3 times a week? Yeah. And you don't have any muscle soreness? You should be more sore than anybody else because you're not even training for it. Yeah, like when we had that similar training routine that you trained, I was sore pretty much all fucking week, every day. Because we wasn't training frequent enough, so. Yeah, so.
I want to get skipped to the end because the outro is always the best.
On your workout routine for every month, say, you know what? Yeah. Am I progressing? Am I doing more reps? Am I lifting more weight? Yeah. If that's not the case, you in that gym, straight bullshit. Yeah, you gotta push yourself, man. All of this is just advice. Do whatever the fuck you wanna do.
So what? Isaiah sends the $2. Says, Marshall, I need lessons. Thank you, Isaiah. What should I talk about? Oh, I put all my books. So my books used to be on this desk. And I put them all. I got a bookshelf out of the closet, out of the storage closet. And I brought the bookshelf out here, and it's over there. You guys can't see it. Maybe if I turn it. This bookshelf. See that shit? That shit look nice, huh? Damn. That shit clean. So now it looks now it looks homey. It's nice. Oh wait. Isaiah sends the $2, says I need an education. Thank you, Isaiah. Sends the $2, says them sweet sugar walls. Thank you, Isaiah. What about Key and Peele skits? Yeah, Key and Peele skits were good. They were good. They were good. I think Key and Peele skits I might get copyrighted for though. You're getting paid $50 an hour by Isaiah? I am. Excuse me. It sounded like a fucking demon in me. The demon in me. Isaiah sends it $2. Says, Marshall, can I trade Lincoln Town Car for one girlfriend? Thank you, Isaiah. Should we watch some Yumiverse? Kind of want to watch some Yumi. Yumi. Yumiverse. She said she's not qualified to fall in love.
Hello, chat. So I was really thinking about this breakup that I went through last year, and it was
I know you guys missed her.
the first year that I'd spent working a full-time job, right? And I remember it was genuinely hell on earth. I was literally, I went through this breakup. I was fighting for my life, and then the next day I had to go in at 8 a.m. and make fucking pivot tables. Like, I was genuinely sitting there, fighting back tears, doing one of these, like, and then I was literally sitting there writing out a fucking VLOOKUP formula, and I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? And, you know, I really thought about this, and, it leads me to the topic of the video, which is that I am underqualified. I'm not qualified to fall in love. And I can expand upon this, right? I don't know where I heard this quote. If you know, drop it in the comments. But the quote essentially goes like, when you're in a relationship and you're younger, you lose the person. Like when you break up, you lose the person. But when you're older, you lose the potential of a life together. And it really got me thinking, like, none of the relationships I've ever been in, and mind you, like, this breakup that I'm referencing, it probably wasn't even top 3 worst breakups of my life. It was probably like, if I had to rank it, it was probably like, I don't know, 5th worst on the list. And it was still like, I was still fighting for my life, making those doing the control shift down, highlighting, adding fucking filters in Excel. I was fighting for my fucking life, and it wasn't even that bad of a breakup. But I've never been in an adult relationship where like you actually genuinely, your lives are intertwined and you lose the potential of a life together. Like, and by that I mean, I don't know, you have a dog together, you move in together. There's a level of commitment that like implies that you guys probably maybe might get married. And I'm thinking like, if I lost that, I genuinely don't think I'd be a fully functioning human being at all. And like the way that my mind is wired, the way that I think about things, I feel like there's always a risk reward complex there, right? And it just feels to me like, especially knowing that 90% of relationships under the age of 30 usually end, usually fail, right? Knowing that, it just feels like the risk of doing it does not outweigh whatever benefit there may be, and that benefit is like statistically very unlikely. And so that is the way that I can't help but think about, I don't know, love in any way, because like the worst breakups I've ever been through, I was grieving for like probably months, you know? And like when you're an adult, you have so many responsibilities. And it also almost feels like people are just becoming less human as a whole. Like I feel like most people live in a very like systematic and like inhumane way. Like, because humans aren't meant to live like this. They're not meant to just like, I don't know, go to work and then you go home, you have like 2 hours of free time. If you go to the gym, there's your 2 fucking hours, you know what I'm saying? And then you have to like get ready, go to bed, wake up the next morning, do the whole shit over again. You have not that many hours in a fucking day. Like I feel like people are living in a very systematic way, and living in that way, I just feel like the risk of love becomes so much higher when you have all of these obligations that you have to fulfill. And I just feel like those things almost aren't even worth it anymore. And that sounds crazy, but this is how I think about it. And this is why I believe that like I'm just not qualified to fall in love. Like I think I'm underqualified for the position. Yes, do not hire me for that position. I will fail because inevitably, like if it doesn't work out, and statistically it's likely to not work out, I don't think I could function as a human being. Like I truly don't think I can't make those pivot tables again, bro. Please don't make me do that shit again. Oh my god, that was so hard. But on top of that, like I feel like it also comes with the fact that love is an objectively subjective emotion. It's something that can't really be as much as we try to put these like, hello chat, why don't men shave their asses? And this is a question that I've had for years now. I've seen memes about this for years now, and truly I don't understand it. I will never understand it. Why not? Why don't they shave their ass? Why don't they wax their ass? Why do they keep it hairy? There's no way it's fucking clean. And I know most men in America don't have bidets. So what are we doing here? Like, are you showering every time you poop? Because personally, I shower every time I poop. Actually, that's a lie. Girls don't poop. But I genuinely cannot wrap my head around why they don't do this, why they keep it hairy in there. I don't get it. And you know, we've all heard, oh,
We don't give a shit.
I just realized my headphones were on. There's no reason for these to be on, by the way. Okay. We've all heard the age-old adage of like brushing peanut butter out of a rug, and that's what it's like to wipe after you poop if you have a hairy butt, right? It's just like, why? It seems like a barrier to cleanliness. Why the fuck? Why do you want that? And like, you know, what if you like diarrhea? Are you showering after that? Like, what if you diarrhea in the workplace bathroom? Where does it go? There's no fucking way it's clean. There's no way it's clean. I don't understand. Like, and I'm very passionate about this topic because I can't understand. There is no rationality that will allow me to understand why the fuck you can't just shave it. And I get that it can get itchy. I don't know. Like, you can like that little weird phase where it's kind of itchy. I get it. But then fucking get it waxed. I don't know. Don't keep it hairy. Like, and you cannot tell me there is no stank to it.
Yeah, I do use wet wipes, yeah. That's why I use wipes, you know? I use wet wipes. I would prefer a bidet, but what are you gonna do?
You cannot honestly, as a man, tell me that you've never showered with a hairy ass and like the warm water, the warm water hits your butt cheeks and like it doesn't smell a little bit from the shower steam. Like, bro, it's so gross. I don't get it. I'll never get it. Please shave it. Please wax it. Do something. Oh my god, you can't keep living like.
Isaiah sends a $2, says, I will trade the town car for the GF if you can try. Thank you, Isaiah. What else? What does the speed of light look like on Earth? Do we think that the music is copyrighted? Light travels at 299,792,458 meters per second. It would take 0.13 seconds for light to complete one full trip around the Earth. That's crazy. This is what it would look like. You guys ready? You guys ready? Make sure you're watching. This is what it would look like. Let's go. Holy shit. Let's watch it again. Damn, that's fast. Not as fast as me, though. Dog and a capybara? This is a smart dog right here. I think this is an Australian sheepdog, right? He's like, I don't know. What even is a capybara, dude? Like, what the fuck is this thing? This shit is like... kind of looks like a bunny, but it's like the body of a dog, but then has a hump like a camel. It's got feet like a bird. What the hell? Isaiah sends the $5 says, how much would you bet that I can do every country on a map quiz? I would not bet that, Isaiah. Thank you for the $5. Holly, you work at a zoo? You have those in... She says we have those in our zoo. Ella works at a zoo. What is he doing? Who do you think would win in a fight? Who do you think mogs who? Who mogs who here? Like, say shit turns sour. What do you think? Dog has no chance. And then Library Cop says dog. One of you has no clue what you're talking about. You guys better figure it out. I mean, this guy kind of looks frail. I mean, that doesn't look... He can barely walk. Google its teeth. Cat would beat both. Wildlife over domesticated. Socks tattoo says my mom wants me to get a job. How do I avoid this? Just don't. Do you live with your mom? If you live with your mom, just tell her no. What can she do? You know, what can she do? It'll probably make the home life pretty stressful. Yeah, I mean, if you live at home and your mom wants you to get a job to avoid it being very stressful at home, I mean, you probably have to get a job. That's why living at home sucks. Because, you know, if you don't do what your parents want you to do, then things start to get weird. So, ideally, move out. Move out. Try to find somewhere on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or... I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you need a job to pay for that, though, you know. It's kind of the way of the world. You have to make some money. Can't leech off the parents forever. Socks tattoo. I know. It sucks, but most people get jobs. Most people have jobs. That's how they buy things. That's how they survive. You got to make money somehow. Isaiah Paris sends the $2. Says how much money for acknowledgement. Thank you, Isaiah. Sends another $2. Says Marshall, I'm crazed like a monk. Thank you, Isaiah. Donate plasma, says the library cop. Library cop has great ideas. Become Isaiah's roommate, she also says. It's also a good one. Isaiah's looking for a roommate. Socks tattoo. Are you into cars? What do you think of moving out of your parents' house into a car? With a potentially crazy person. Sell your ass on the street, says 7030 Rouge. Join the Navy, says Fabuloso Vibes. There's lots of good ideas here. Socks Tattoo says he can't goon in the car. Sure you can. Isaiah, what are your rules about gooning in your car? That be okay for Socks Tattoo? Join the Navy. You ever thought about joining the military and go and fight and die for this country. Bro, you watch Cody Ko and Noel? I used to, yeah. I used to when I was a lot younger. I used to love them. I don't watch them anymore though. Isaiah sends the $2, says, no, bro, I don't need a roommate. I need walls. It's referencing sugar walls, also known as pussy, also known as vagina. If you goon in public, you could potentially live in jail. So there's that. Ivory Cop, just killing it. Killing it. That is another excellent idea. Socks tattoo, have you thought about that? You can also goon in battle, yeah. If you want to join the military, you can goon in battle on the front lines. I think you're allowed to take your phone into the front lines. Yeah. So Socks Tattoo says I'd rather do fraud so I can go to federal prison, not state. What? Tiny Meat Gang, heard of it? Yeah. David says gooning is more powerful than me. That is profound. I think gooning is more powerful than all of us. Join the club. Join the club. Zay Paris sends the $5, says whenever they ask me at work if I want somewhere to live, I just say I want pussy. Yeah. Thank you, Isaiah. All right, these dudes ain't gonna do shit, bro. English lesson.
Please give me Coke. Do you have Coke? And ask them the price of Coke. Cola, cola, cola. But it was not cola, it was Coke. Remember Coke? And what's Coke? Cola. It's not Coke in Korean. Cola. Good. So Coke. Do you have Coke? And they said yes. Please give me Coke. Oh, please give me Coke. I want a Coke. Coke.
The Mountain Dew chugging a giant wine glass.
Epic chug alert, folks. I'm about to chug all the Mountain Dews you see here, all that I can find, in the big, comically large wine glass. We're gonna call this the Every Dew Chug.
Don't touch that mouse. You're watching Badlands Chugs.
What's good, everybody, and welcome back to Badlands Chugs. And right now, I got an epic chug I'm about to.
Think I'll get copyrighted for this song?
To do right here. These are all the Mountain Dews that I can find, okay? And I'm about to chug them all in this one big glass, okay? We're gonna call this the Everyday Chug, all right? I got right here the Maui Burst, okay, the Lime Wire, Mountain Dew Spark, Cold Red's a favorite, good old original, the Frostbite, all right, Voltage, and the super rare Mountain Dew Violet. And last but not least, I got the Baja Blast. We gotta get it from Taco Bell because they don't come in bottles here in New York. And oh, I got an extra Frostbite here, all right?
Oh, that's extra?
Huh?
Can I, let me see.
Oh, yo, I'm filming, man. Big ups to OK Hip Hop. He's filming the camera, all right? Go visit him on his websites, all right? He made the beat that you hear today, all right? You ready? We can continue? Let's go. Maui Burst, folks. Yeah, live wire, folks.
Crazy. Isaiah, since the $5 says at my trash truck job, my coworkers used to joke they were picking me up at my house when I was homeless on the beach. Thank you, Isaiah.
Mountain Dew Spark. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, yeah. From Pennsylvania. Frostbite. Get out of here, B. You can't have that. Get this B out of here. Get out of here. Boo. Shoo. 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 All right, let's get
They like that sweetness, man. They want that sweet. Why is this shit black, bro?
Looks like cola.
Looks like
and the rare
like
Mountain
coffee.
Dew Violet from Japan. But
Looks like fucking poison, dude.
hold on, wait a minute. I want to see how this bad boy tastes first. Oh man, nice grapey Mountain Dew. Let's put it in there. Baja Blast, straight from Taco Bell.
This guy is fucking fat, bro. And that just looks like a fucking... That looks like a potion a witch would cook up in a fucking cauldron, bro.
Yes, y'all. The time has come. Enough talk. It's time to get this done. The Everyday Chug.
This was MLK's dream.
Yes. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it.
He also does it quick. That's crazy. How is this even, wait, how is this even possible? Because I'm pretty sure that he had to have like puked this up like after, like immediately after or something, because I'm pretty sure that if you chug a gallon of water like this fast, you'll die because you'll drown. Am I crazy in that? I'm pretty sure you drown if you drink like a gallon of water that quickly. I'm pretty sure this is over a gallon, so I don't understand. I don't understand how you could survive something like this. How do you not drown? Talk about a sugar rush. Holy shit. Imagine the come down. Oh, you lost some though.
Yeah! Woo!
Didn't drink all of it though.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the Chug, folks. Till next time, keep watching Badlands Chugs. I'm out.
What the fuck? This would technically be less dangerous, as crazy as it sounds. Why? I think water makes you piss out your electrolytes too fast. I always thought that you just drowned. I don't know, dudes. I don't understand how that's possible. Telling the same joke over and over again.
Today, I'm going to be telling the same joke over and over and over and over and over again at an open mic. When I have a joke that works, I'm like, okay, well, why don't I just keep telling that joke? Like, why would I even try a different one? I'm kind of nervous. Pretty good crowd here today, low key. One of the people that runs the open mic, they were like talking to everybody going up tonight, and they were like, guys, try to be.
The whole cut, the cuts, like the cuts to just, there's no silence, there's no background, there's no like, it's just, they only cut to like when they're saying something, just cut, 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 cut. It's just exhausting, bro. It's like exhausting for my mind.
Funny. I'm just thinking, I'm like, yeah, I think it's funny, but will the audience that's here think it's funny? We'll find out very soon though. Yeah, on the way here, I actually cut somebody off at that red light out there. And then they came up, they rolled their window down. They're like, hey, nice blinker, idiot. I was like, I never used it. I didn't even know I had one, honestly. Well, that went pretty well. I'm gonna just keep telling that joke. On the way here, out of this red light, I accidentally cut somebody off and they came up and rolled their window down. They're like, hey, nice blinker, idiot. Like, I didn't even have it on. I didn't even know I had one, honestly. Yeah, on the way here, out of this red light, I actually cut somebody off and they came up and rolled their window down. They're like, hey, nice blinker, idiot.
I feel like I worked at a comedy club for 2 years, and I feel like a thing in comedy clubs that can sometimes definitely be a thing is there are people in audiences that are literally afraid to not laugh. Like they'll laugh because they just feel like they have to, you know what I mean? They don't want the talent to feel like they're not funny. They don't want the room to be awkward. Like they just don't want awkwardness, so they'll laugh at like anything. It's definitely a thing. Like they just laugh even when it's not funny. Isaiah sends the $2, says, Marshall, how much for you to be my journeyman? Thank you, Isaiah. Sends the $2, says, I'll bring you coffee and grab the board stretcher. Thank you, Isaiah. Never explain yourself. Since the €5. Says, what do you think about YouTube live chat as a form of communication for all of us? Reminds me of a noise in some marketplace. Is it even worth it most of the time? I think it is worth it. The thing about the YouTube live chat is the purpose is not to talk to everyone. purposes to talk to one or two people. I'm talking about for people that are in the chat. I'm not even talking about myself. Although it's the same with me. You know, I just find comments that are interesting or that just catch my attention and address those. Obviously it would just be nonsense to address every single thing and everybody's responding to each other. I think it's good. It's a good way to find, like anything, say you were to meet a ton of new people at some sort of social event, like in real life. You were to go to some, whatever it is. 99 or 98% of the people there, you probably wouldn't care what they say, and they'd probably bore you or annoy you or frustrate you or just not really be worth your time. And then there's a 1 or 2% that are actually, that you'd be like, oh, they're actually really cool. You know, I'd like to see them again. I'd like to talk to them again. I'd like to go and do something with them. So I think it's kind of like that. It's also, I mean, the thing about YouTube live chat, the thing about all chats on a digital, in a digital context, I've said this many times, is that if for whatever reason you don't enjoy somebody's company, it's very easy to just like stop listening to them or not talk to them, right? Whereas it's not so easy in real life, because there's just different things. It's different dynamics, different pressures. It's harder to say, hey, like, I just don't want to talk to you right now. You know, you can't do that. You have to like come up with a lie or come up with an excuse. You know, so it's just everything about digital space. I feel like the things about digital space, what it does is, in some ways, it gives you the beneficial aspects or parts of real life without giving you the negative. So like take porn for instance. I think a big reason why I'm so interested in porn and why it's been such a big part of my life, for many reasons, but one of the reasons I think is that you get obviously you're simulating something, like you're getting really hot women, they're in crazy positions, like your dopamine's getting crazy stimulated. You can sort of satisfy that itch of seeing a woman naked, of seeing just, you know, this sex happening, and then you can bust to it. But you don't have to deal with all the bad things about if you were to do that in real life. If you were to have sex with a woman in real life, you're worrying about how she feels. You're worrying about if you're doing a good job. You're worrying about if she's faking it. You're worrying about if you can keep it up. You're worrying about, you know, what's your dog doing in the next room? You're worrying about what you're going to do after. You know, what do I do after this? How does our relationship change? You know, will I become a simp now will I become a slave to the puss? Will she use sex against me? Will she, you know, will she become less attracted to me? Or will she become crazy? Will she become super attached to me? You know, you got to talk with them afterwards. It's just, there's all these awkward things, all these negatives. that come with real life. And I think what digital space does is it removes those frictions, it removes those effects or dynamics, and it just gives you what you wanted, right? Same thing with like talking to people in real life. I can't be as honest in real life as I am on the internet because nothing is going to happen to me physically, right? And I also don't have to deal with people's real time. I don't have to deal with somebody hitting me in the face for saying the N-word, right? I don't have to deal with people, losing it because I'm saying some crazy shit about women. I don't have to deal with any reactions to what I say. Any reaction is in a text box where somebody's chatting and I don't even have to look at it. I don't even have to read it. It's silent where I'm at. I choose whether I even look at it or not. And when I look at it, that's all it is. It's not a person. There's no energy. There's no physical threats or consequences to what I'm saying. And it's also easier to be honest that way. It's kind of easier in a way to connect with people because there's not these, you're not, well, for anonymous people in a text box, it's definitely like that because you don't have to worry about you're listening to me, you're interacting with me, you're texting or you're typing, right? And I'm responding. But I don't see your face. I don't see your energy. I don't see your body language. I don't see anything like this in real time. So you don't have to worry about any of that. You don't have to worry about what I think of you. You don't have to worry about what you look like. You don't have to worry about what kind of front you're putting on or what performance you're putting on. You can chill. You can chill and you can just, it's almost like you take all of that nonsense that kind of gets in the way of connection between people. A lot of that stuff is just, it's friction, right? It's not really productive. A lot of the times it's baseless. It's not really founded on anything real. We're just all insecure about how we come off and how we look and like what our micro expressions betray in us. And what if we blush or what if we stumble over our words or, all this stuff. What if we say the wrong thing or we can't come up with a good thing to say? All these real-time things between people in real life. You don't have to deal with any of that stuff. You don't have to deal with the real consequences. You don't have to deal with when all of us are talking. You don't have to deal with like somebody just like being singled out and like maybe they get embarrassed and like everyone starts like ragging on them and like jumping on top of them or something like that. That's tough in real life if you're being like bullied or if you're being like made fun of or if you're being like made an example of. That's tough in real life. In digital space, it's not that tough. I mean, the worst thing is you just log off, and like you're anonymous anyway. So like nobody even knows who you are. A lot of people are anonymous. A lot of people don't have profiles. So like, if you get ganged up on in a chat, like, okay, like you get embarrassed in your own home and then you just log out. You know what I mean? You never go back or you make a new account. You just make up a new dummy account and then you just join the chat again and like nobody even knows that was you, right? So you just reinvent yourself, just like create a new identity. You know what I mean? And so there's just in digital space, it's just whereas in real life you wouldn't be able to do that. You can't just say there's a ton of people that you enjoy hanging out with, but then one day you make a fool of yourself and like you embarrass yourself or they embarrass you or something happens where an argument starts or some sort of friction happens or conflict or whatever. and it's something that actually did a lot of like psychological or emotional damage to you, or you think that it changed their perspective of you or it changed your perspective of them and it ruined the dynamic. Okay, you can't just come back the next day as like a different person and just jump into the group again. You know what I mean? Like, no, you have an identity, and if you come back, people are going to remember you. They're going to remember what happened. You know, so it's like you have this, there's this sort of identity that's long standing, and, you know, there are real consequences to that. It's hard. You know, real life is hard. So in digital space, you don't have to deal with that. Like I said, you can just make a new account. Just come back. So I would say that digital space, it gets rid of the negatives. It gets rid of the frictions. It gets rid of the things that you don't like about a lot of social interactions with human beings. It only gives you what you want without giving you the negatives. However, there is a flip side to this, because you never develop the ability or the capacity to deal with the real life negatives, right? Which are great teaching tools which help you become a better, more well-rounded person. I mean, just think of, you know, I jerk off to porn. I don't have sex with real women. Think of how that's damaged my ability to talk with women or connect with women or even be sexually attracted to real life women. You know what I mean? And at a certain point, it's almost like I don't even, if I chose to only look at porn for the rest of my life and say that's okay with me, say that's enough for me, say I'd actually prefer that because it's safer. I don't have to deal with a real woman in here. I don't have to deal with the emotional swings and potentially the heartbreak or anything like that, right? The trauma or anything like that. I don't have to worry about what another person wants or needs or anything, or what possibly if they're gaslighting me or manipulating me or all this stuff that we all have ideas about now, thanks to the internet. I don't have to deal with that. Say that I just wanted to just look at porn. Well, you know, that's going to change. It's going to change who I am as a person, because I no longer need to cultivate or develop the ability to connect with a real life woman in a deep, meaningful relationship, or be emotionally vulnerable with her, or worry about another person's needs or desires, right? These are things that I can just do away with. And I think that a lot of people will elect to do away with these things because it's easier. It's easier. And even though it makes you I think it will start to change human beings. Because these certain traits just are no longer needed. If you're okay with just digital aspects of these things. So then when you go out into the real world and you try to you try to be in a relationship, or you try to be in friendships, or you try to be social or be in social groups or partake in these things, you will probably be severely lacking. It will probably be hard. It will probably suck. Yeah. That's my rant. That's my rant. Looks like Isaiah is just blowing the shit up. Isaiah sends a $2, says chat interacts with me more than Marshman. Thank you, Isaiah. Never explain yourself sends the €2, says you think there are more meaningful ways of communicating. Yes and no. Sometimes I think it's more meaningful to communicate online because people can actually be honest. I think what I hate about real life is a lack of honesty. It seems like a lot of social situations in real life lack honesty. And that really fucks with me. Because it just feels like we're all just being fake with each other. And it doesn't feel like there's any depth. There's no depth. There's no connection because of that. Like I've said about family, my family, it pretty much exists. It only runs off of exclusively a lack of honesty. As long as none of us are honest with each other, then everything's fine. You know, everything's good. I feel like that's a lot of families. If we just prioritize just keeping the family together, everybody plays nice, and we just pretend, you know what I mean? Great. But what you get is a lack of depth, a lack of connection, a lack of like substance. It doesn't feel like we actually get closer. I don't feel like my family, I don't feel like I can get closer to them in a lot of ways. Because, you know, growing closer with people involves being more honest with them. It involves a level of honesty. And unfortunately, honesty is also, it sucks because it causes, you know, it causes emotional turmoil. It causes people to get hurt. It causes there to be friction, you know? So Isaiah sends another $2, says, I'm so sweaty watching this. Thank you, Isaiah. Never explain yourself sends the €2, says, is chat more about pop topics or deepness authentics? I see. Never explain yourself. He seems to not. I'm pretty sure he's Gidris as well. Pretty sure he's Gidris. Same person, different accounts. He likes the deep stuff. Hopefully this has been deep enough for you, but pop topics, I mean, I just do whatever I want, bro. I just do whatever I want. Sometimes trying to be deep and just like always going deeper and trying to talk about deep topics, sometimes that's not what people want. Sometimes people just want to like shoot the shit and just like connect, you know? I don't know. Sometimes it's nice just to connecting with people and like growing closer with people is not just about exploring like deep concepts and ideas and just going deeper and deeper and deeper. I mean, my best friend, my degenerate best friend, I always call him my degenerate best friend. Like, we have a very good friendship. It's very meaningful, but we don't really, I mean, yeah, we'll discuss some deep things sometimes, but it's not always about that. A lot of times when we talk, when he calls me or I call him, like we just shoot the shit. Like we just talk about nonsense, bro. We'll just talk about nonsense and we'll just laugh. You know what I mean? Like that's just as meaningful as like, you know, meaningful, deep philosophical exploration. Like it's not just always about that. That shit can get exhausting too. You know, not everybody wants to hear about that. People are here to connect after all, I think. Isaiah sends the $2, says, Marshall, this is too real. 304-lessness cannot be fixed. Thank you, Isaiah. Sends another $2, says, this Welsh dragon folk tale's hitting me. Thank you, Isaiah. Sends another $2, says, so wrong. Real life is real. Internet is fake. Thank you, Isaiah. God, I feel like the only thing about my stream is that anybody who watches these streams knows who Isaiah is. That's crazy. Because he just sends $2 super chats just like all the time, just like any little thought that pops into his head. So like he's getting what is it, branding or like marketing? Like the dude's just marketing himself. Just branding, like the Isaiah name. The Isaiah name is drenched all over these live streams, which is crazy. Well done, sir. Well done. Never explain yourself sends €5. Says, I meant, do you think there are more meaningful and authentic ways of communicating than live chat together for all of us who are here? Because live chat is a real mess. I mean, I don't know. Are you alluding to something? I don't know. What do you mean by mess? What do you mean by mess? I don't know. What do you want, a fucking Discord or something? I'm sure you do. Citizens at $2 says, am I infamous? You talked about it yourself a few streams ago. That's true. You did jog my memory, yeah. Yeah, because I was saying something like it's not a live chat in YouTube or Twitch or Kick is not representative of a real life scenario. Because in real life, people aren't just like shouting or like not shouting, but like saying different things from all different. I don't have 100 people or like 80 people or whatever, how many people are watching this, like saying things to me, and I have to like, you know, I have to filter through, you know what I mean? That's not a real thing that would happen in real life. You know, when people speak in like public, it's like they have like Q&As afterwards, you know, where like one person comes up to the mic and like asks a question or something like that. That's basically like the closest you get. So yeah, this is very like artificial. It's not real. It's not something you'd get in real life, but I don't know, man. I think there's a place for it. There's a place for it. I don't know. I've gotten better at reading it. The chat used to really get to me because I was just inexperienced at live streaming. I felt like I had to read. I felt like I had to read everything, and I also think like this multivitamin might be helping. It sounds crazy, but ever since I've been taking this multivitamin, the trajectory's been up in terms of like my mental health, I feel like. I think it's the B12, dude. I think I was B12 deficient. So when you're B12 deficient, like, yeah, the YouTube live chat can really get to you. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys know what I mean. The B12 deficiency, right? But genuinely, I feel like ever since I've been taking this multivitamin for I think I've been taking it over a month now, just over a month. And maybe in combination with me doing live streaming so much now, I'm better at knowing how to work the chat or knowing what my relationship is with it. If that makes sense. So. Isaiah, it's just too much. Thank you. Thank you. I have not seen The Wall. Thank you, Isaiah, for the $2. It's crazy. I was seeing all that stuff with just this on the fucking screen. I wasn't full screen that entire time. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. What time is it? 6:38. Sabres game starts at 7:30. I do need to cook. So we'll probably do 20 more minutes. Then I'll call it. 20 more minutes, guys. Can you hang on for 20 minutes? Isaiah, don't complain about no one ever joining. You have to be better. You have to be better. Either keep trying to get people on your stream, think about ways to be better, think about, I don't know, whatever, or quit. But complaining is not, it's not a thing. Only I can complain. Meanwhile, in China, damn, this is a mood. This is a fucking vibe, bro. Zaya sending $5. Says the first 30 minutes of the movie is really, really touching. I just watched it a month ago. The Wall by Pink Floyd. Thank you, Isaiah. What's for dinner, Chef Marshall? I'm gonna mix up some broccoli, some onions, and bell pepper, and some mushrooms. And I'm gonna toss it with some salt and pepper and garlic powder, some olive oil, throw it in the air fryer. And then I'll have it with rice that I cook with some vegetable bouillon. Vegetable bouillon. And then I'll probably throw some, I'll throw an Impossible patty in the air fryer, and then I'll cut it up and I'll mix it all together. So that's the food. That's the food. Movies are gay. It can be. I'd say so. I want a dog like this. Damn. This is interesting. It looks like it's midday and he's sleeping. I wonder if the door's open or if he locked it. Maybe he locked it. He just wants an afternoon nap or something. Oh shit! Somebody's. The dog doesn't even move, bro. She wants to buy something and the dog doesn't even move. Why did she put keys on the counter? Did she put keys on the counter? No. No, she didn't. What kind of a dog doesn't even move? It's kind of hot. Bang. I bang. You guys banging that? Dude, that's a deep sleeper right there. He might be dead. That is a deep sleep. That's a sleep right there, man. They're fucking sleeping, man. This is some good sleep. I love it. Nothing makes me nothing that makes me more warm inside than a good sleep, man. That's a good sleep. I'm happy for him. That's Chang's nephew back in China. Thanks. Is this praying mantis before tennis match? Never explain yourself since the 5-year-old says tons of messages. Bombard, scroll, YouTube aggressive spam filtering, huge mess. Mostly only paid messages get through if they do. Marketplace noise. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Isaiah sends at $2. Will you consider guitar lessons in the back of your mind? In the back of my mind, yes. It is in the very back. Never explain yourself sends another $5. He's going too far from good conversations. I genuinely hope we can all think of better ways of communicating. Are there alternatives? Rumble, Kick, some chat tools. You seem to be the only one who has this issue. Everyone else is kind of okay. I mean, people who type in a YouTube chat, they know that they understand that part of the deal is like 90% of what you write is not going to be read by the person who's streaming. You know what I mean? Or it's not going to be addressed by the person who's streaming. I only have limited bandwidth, like limited energy. I can't address every single thing. It would make a stream absolutely awful. A lot of these people, they can talk with each other pretty well. I see that, you know, Value and You and Alla and Library Cop, and they all talk to each other. Debbie, wherever she is. Isaiah's kind of on his own program, but they all talk to each other. I mean, chats are good for talking with each other, like other people on the... Isaiah sends $2, says, would you recommend me to your female colleagues? Thank you. I have the same issues as never explain yourself. Okay. Bro, you are 34. I am 35. I have to drag this predictable life to another 30 years. I don't know how. What about you? I don't know how either, bro. Just one day at a time, baby. One foot in front of the other. Don't think about the next 30 years. Think about the next 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Let's not complicate things. I like it here. See? Library Cop likes it. We're vibing, y'all. We're vibing, y'all. We're vibing, y'all. We're just vibing. Alice says I was out of the house. I was out for some time. House chores. Alla, that's not okay. Debbie makes an appearance. Holy fuck. Here, boss, just suffering from a migraine, not in a tight mood today. Ah, I see. I see. See? Debbie's here, but she doesn't type. Apparently Marin's here. Now, house chores seem to be a thing that we can do maybe before or after my stream, maybe. What do we think of that? Also, house chores at It's got to be, I think, if I remember correctly, based on time zones, it is very late there. Maybe midnight, if not a little bit before. We're doing house chores at midnight? What are we talking about? Maybe dishes, maybe. Still, all your dishes should have been done earlier in the night, in my opinion. I'm not doing any chores at midnight. Sounds like a lie. Sounds like a lie. Never explain yourself since another €5 seems to be on one. Chat is just some farming. Not talking about you, just general. It is not good for talking, even to each other. Too much to scroll and filter. Seriously. I agree. But you get used to it. I feel like you just have to get used to it. I mean, maybe I could make a Discord for the people like Never Explain Yourself and Isaiah who like want to talk to each other in a more non-alive, like non-chatty way, I guess. But the thing about Discord is, I guess there's mods there too. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. What do you want, man? What do you want? What do you want from me? Alice says, I don't know, Marshall. Dishes are done by my dishwasher, but maybe, just maybe, I will rearrange my schedule to meet yours, but no promises. Okay. Is the dog alive or dead, boss? I'm curious. Oh, Debbie wants me to play. This guy's banned. So that's not me. That's not me in the chat. I'm gonna ban him. How do you even do that? Can't impersonate me. That's another thing. No spam, no impersonating. All right, here we go. Do we think they're ever gonna move? I mean, bitch, you gotta... Okay, there he goes. They wake up at the same time, bro. They wake up at the same time. That's crazy. Look at this. Look at... They're both synced up, I swear to God. Look at this. They'll wake up at the exact same time. That's crazy. Does the dog get up? That would be wild. No, dog's still slumped. Dog's like, I don't got time to deal with you, bitch. Hey, Debbie, sorry about your migraine, too. Sorry about that. But it gets better. Damn, never explained yourself. You going in, bro. What do you, why do you stream, honestly, and what value do you get? Well, it's two things. Well, it's a lot of different things. It's a lot of different things. Well, obviously the obvious is that this is the way that I make money now. So I have to feed myself. So that's the obvious one. Let's get that out of the way. The others are that I like the long form content because it allows me to relax, not feel like I'm like I have to perform, you know, because if it's a 20-minute video, I have to make sure that that 20 minutes is good. You know what I mean? On a live stream, I can have 20 minutes where it's just kind of garbage, but it's okay because, you know, maybe an hour in or an hour and a half in, I'll have some good stuff. So it allows me to relax. It's a lot more of a real life sort of vibe. You know, it rewards long attention span type people, which I find that's good. I like those types of people. People who are more just kind of want, you know, they're just able to sustain sort of long attention spans, although I don't know if they're paying attention for the entire stream, but it allows me some time to, like, you know, certain ideas come to me over the course of a stream. Whereas, you know, when I'm bouncing off of people in the chat and when people are like asking me questions, like you're asking me questions, like you've asked me some questions today that like got me thinking, got me talking about things that I just normally would not be able to like summon up or even feel like talking about just for a video. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't. I really don't. You know, because for a video, you have to know what you're going to talk about. You have to have an idea. You have to, and then in 20 or 30 minutes, usually 20, you have to hit it, right? And you have to make sure that you hit all the points and like it's a good video and you don't like lose your train of thought or anything like that. People who watch videos are more like it's a different type of person than a person who watches a live stream. I feel like people who watch live streams are more just, they want to hang out. They kind of want to get to know people in the chat, get to know people, get to know creators, or just kind of feel like they're in the room with them. Just kind of feel like it's a real life scenario. It kind of feels like it's like kind of a virtual room, right? This is like kind of we're all just hanging out in a room, but it's virtual. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it feels like. Whereas videos, people click on videos because they want information. I feel like a lot of people click on videos because they're like, especially in the niche that I've been in, the manosphere or whatever, they want to just hear the things they've heard over and over and over again to just reassure them that they're, I don't know, that they're whatever, their ideas, their preconceived notions are correct or whatever about women, about life, about whatever. And so they just want to hear, they're just information consumers, like they're consumers more. They want ideas to chew on or ideas to assimilate. They want to form like a worldview. They want to get smarter. They want to like do all that stuff. And a lot of times they have higher standards. They have shorter attention spans. They don't have as much time. It's just a different type of person. I feel like they're more like I don't know. I feel like the live stream people are kind of a little bit more my speed. Kind of a little bit more my people. It helps me just develop my, just have thoughts, you know. I think some of the best stuff I've ever like said is things on live streams, you know, honestly. And I don't feel as much of a need to perform, you know, like there's less of a performance. I'm not performance maxing. I'm just kind of chill, like I'm just kind of being and just like talking, shooting the shit. I kind of like that. It feels more authentic to me, I guess. Isaiah sends the $2. My after stream concert will soothe your soul. Thank you, Isaiah. Everyone, Isaiah's having an after stream concert on his channel. If you want to hop on over there after my stream is over, which is going to end here in 2 minutes. Hop on over to Isaiah's stream and the party continues. He will serenade you and soothe your soul with sweet, sweet music on a guitar. He's actually very good at the guitar. His camera feed is very terrible and his lighting is very bad. But if you're okay with suboptimal production quality, he more than makes up for it in soul and artistic expression and whatever. Never Explain Yourself sends the €5, sends long form content from you, ? And or even us, ? Or just some of short form content fragments, ? I am all about long, deep form. You must know it. That's why I ask. I don't know what do you mean? I just said this is why I do it. This because long form. I just like it. I mean, I honestly might not even post a video ever again. Like, it's just, videos just kind of suck. Thank you, Isaiah, for the $2. You're welcome. Spaghetti sends the $5. I have to wrap up here. It says, live chats are good because I don't have to pay attention except when I want to. Like I'm sitting here working still. 5 push-ups, please. Jesus Christ. All right, this is the last thing I do, and then I'm ending the stream. So no more super chats. Thank you. If you send a super chat, it will not be addressed. Can we view it? Oh. Oh. I'm good at push-ups, dude. I'm hella good. All right. Alice, only from the videos you seemed a different person. That's what I'm saying. I feel like once I started live stream, like when I got on Raymond's stream and when people saw me actually live, like what I'm like live, I feel like people saw that I was very different, which is weird because like I know how I am. And so I would even see in my videos like how I kind of came across. And I would think like, in a way this is me, but in a way it's not me. People have this idea of who I was. I had a lot of people give me that feedback like, hey, you know, I saw you on Raymond's stream, or I've seen a few live streams, and like my opinion of you has totally changed. You're like a lot different than I thought. And it's just like, yeah, that's good. So, all right, go Sabres, everybody. Go Sabres. Oh yeah. Thank you, Value in You. Thank you. Good night, Ala. See you, never explain yourself. Goodbye, library cop. Thank you. I hope the team wins as well. Thank you, Isaiah. Have a good night, everyone. Peace.